I wasn't even planning on doing this game. In fact, I wasn't sure what game I wanted to do today, but a friend had pointed me in the direction of this ROM hack. I think it released yesterday, actually. I need to check again. In fact, I could check right now while I'm talking to you. I think this ROM hack was released yesterday. And if you can't tell from the title or the little logo in the corner there, it is a Game Boy colorized version of the Game Boy game Super Mario Land 2, which is a pretty good little game. It's not super long, so I could probably beat it within 2 hours, but it will take a little while. But yeah, this is kind of a cool idea. I saw the trailer for it on YouTube. Give me 1 minute, I'm just going to quickly check when this was released. I do believe it was yesterday. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, posted December 25th, 2017, so it was yesterday. Nice little Christmas present then. So we will just start with this, and then later on I'll spend a good few hours doing like corruption stuff. I don't even know what games, I'm just going to wing it, I guess. Because corruption stuff's always fun. I'm always fascinated with like corruptions and like the stupid stuff you can do in them. So this should pop up in just a sec. There we go. Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins. Maybe sometime I'll play the first Super Mario Land, but to be honest, this one's way better. I did test it briefly, but I noticed that there's... See, in the original version, I don't think you could walk off to the right, so I don't know what that is. Oh. Well, that's cool, you can play as Luigi as well. Okay, so that's one little extra thing they've added in, that's cool. Because I did notice that and I was like, what is that? And I was like, you know what, I'm going to save that for the stream just so I can react accordingly, because I don't want to be like, oh, surprise, it's Luigi. So I will say, for a Game Boy game, let me fix the volume actually, it's slightly louder than I want it to be. Oh, hang on. Windows Mixer please. Let me just fine tune the volume slightly, there we go. Right, you guys can hear that, right? It looks pretty good, I'm kinda surprised actually. Like, I don't know how they did this, I'm guessing they took the Game Boy ROM and sort of reversed engineered it so that it would like make use of the Game Boy Color hardware to get all the extra colours. That's probably how Nintendo did it with Link's Awakening Deluxe. Which, by the way, if you've ever played Link's Awakening, play the deluxe version, don't play the original version. Easily the better version of the game. Not just because of the colours, but it also like offers a new dungeon and like a couple new secrets and stuff. It's pretty neat. So I had a hell of a time trying to get this game ready for the stream. Not so much because it wasn't working, but see, to get this game playable, you need to have a certain version of the Mario World 2 ROM to patch, and that is version 1.0. 1.0 is really fucking hard to find compared to 1.2, which is like the later updated version of the game. So I had to like do very specific Google searches to actually find the ROM that was compatible with this patch. But it was worth it. Clearly worth it. Also in this game you can do the spin jump. You have to press down to do the spin jump in this one since there's only 2 buttons. Oh, that's right, those are breakable with the fireballs. So if you're wondering why the game is called the 6 golden coins, even though I've collected 76 golden coins, it's not those coins. It's a completely different set of coins. That will become apparent in due time. I think this is the goal. Ah yeah, right, so there's the regular goal, but there's also like a secondary goal. I'm gonna go for that. It's up here. Fuck. Yeah, the physics are slightly different in this game as well compared to like say Mario 3 or Mario World. Like, it's not sloppy, but it's not as tight. But then again, it is a Game Boy game, so you can cut it some slack, I guess. I always knew the timing to get a 3-up in this. I could never fucking get the carrot or the flower, like if I was actually trying to get those ones. So a really cool thing about this game is there's 6 worlds, and you can tackle them in any order you want, so... There's a forest area, I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, you become tiny there, we'll get to that. I'm just having a wee look around the map just so you can see it. I'm talking to you guys like you've never seen this before, which maybe at least one person hasn't, but... And yeah, that's an area dedicated to Mario. Pumpkin. There's the small house. I guess I'm gonna do... I guess I'll start with this one then. Don't remember what this one's called. Tree Zone. Right, well it's December 26th, time to take down the Christmas trees. Rip Christmas, see you next year. So, did you guys get anything nice from your family or whatever? Or did you do anything cool with your family? Also, the enemies in this game are very different as well, like you've got frogs and stuff. Like, there are Goombas and Koopas, but they don't appear as often. I don't even know what that is, a hedgehog, maybe? And dragonflies. You could have made those blocks blue instead of yellow, like ice blocks. Yeah, they could have done that. Do you think that little mole thing that I just killed there was the precursor to Monty Mole? Oh, right, you can't duck jump in this. Yeah, if you try duck jumping, you just do the spin jump. Even if I could duck jump, I don't think you would fit through that. It looked too small. I do like the invincibility is actually like rotating colour palette stuff. Like it usually should, because I think in the Game Boy one it's just like flashing black and white. Since you only have like 4 colours in that version of the game. So yeah, the difference between going in the goal and going in the goal without ringing the bell is ringing the bell gets you like this bonus game, which sometimes changes. Like this time, I think you hit a switch and then like a little whatchamacallit goes up, a little spark, but it only goes up certain paths. Yeah, like that. And there you go. Good thing I got that then, since I just lost one. If you're wondering what carrot does, it gives you rabbit ears, and you can like glide for a little bit, so it's kind of like this version of the Tanuki leaf. Oh look, it's a sea cow. I think that's meant to be what it's supposed to be, like it's a cow, it's in the sea, or a form of water, so... What am I even in anyway? Is it like fucking... Like we're in a tree, so I'm guessing it's like syrup or something? Sap, perhaps? It's an extra life. So yeah, this ROM hack is pretty... Like, it's done a really good job of colorizing everything, make it like... Basically like a Game Boy Color game. It's a shame Nintendo won't do this with their games. They've only done it with Link's Awakening and that's it. I think that was a buzzy beetle there. If I recall, there's a level which is made of like Lego bricks, except it's not Lego bricks. I think it's like Nintendo's own take on that. Again, we'll see that at some point. This is going to be a complete playthrough, by the way. It won't take too long to beat the game. Like, it's not super short, but it's definitely doable within a session. Yeah, there's the carrot. Oh fuck. I was holding the A button there like I would bounce off it, you just like continue gliding again. Like just go straight back down. That was dumb. Ah. Also, the Buzzy Beetles turn into bombs in this version. I wonder if that's a callback to the first Mario Land because there was similar enemies that did that. Was any of the music in Mario Land 2 ever recycled for later games? I know there was a song in Mario Land 1 where I think it was like the tempo music or something that was like used in Smash Bros. Brawl, but I don't think any music from this game has been recycled. Not that I can remember anyway. Right, so now we've got like a split path, but just for the interest of the stream I might do both levels. So now we've got ants. Hi Wartum. Ah, first death. Speaking of Lego, I'm surprised that there's a Sonic figure for Lego Dimensions. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I don't have Lego Dimensions though. I don't normally bother with the figures to life sort of branding of games and toys because to get the most out of it you have to buy a lot of those like figures and stuff, and I just really don't feel like investing in that. That's why I got Disney Infinity on PC, because on the PC you get like all the playsets and shit like included, which is really cool. I should maybe check that out again. I actually haven't played that for a while. Oh, they just fly away. I have no idea what those do. I've not encountered any glitches so far, like very minor visual glitches, but nothing like majorly noticeable. Yeah, I don't want to cheese that too much. Don't want to be like the fucking cape and just like fly over the whole level. Oh, fuck. There we go. Give us your Switch code. I don't have it on hand right now, but I should have written that down actually so that I could give people it. I'm not going to be playing any Switch games today and the Switch is not plugged in, so I can't really give the code at the moment. So now we're inside the hive. I think this might be my favourite song in the game. So I like this melody. So, is that a skeleton bee? Okay, that's cool. Oh yeah, I don't watch much TV these days, but over the Christmas period I was watching a little bit of TV and I saw a commercial for... I don't know if this movie's out in the United States yet, but there's like a Pixar movie that's like themed to like Mexican folklore skeletons, I think, and it looks kinda cool, and I might actually go watch that. I think it's like screening in January. Fuck. Fat bee. Not the bees, not the bees. Also, I have no idea what that is, just like a spiky worm. Right, I think it's the middle pipe. This reminds me of that one area in Mario Worlds. I don't know if power-ups despawn off screen, so I'm not going to run too far off from there. Ah, fuck. Oh, good. At least enemies despawned. That's what it was called, Coco. Yeah, I want to see that. There was like a CGI family movie that had a similar idea before, before Coco, and admittedly I never watched that. What was that called again? I don't remember if it was like skeletons, but it was like based off like Mexican folklore, which always kind of fascinates me when I see that sort of idea used in Medium. I don't remember who made it, if anyone can remember the name of it. Sort of an invisible block here. Guess I need to go around then. Hi Handy, and Crispy Bacon. Oh wait, I'm supposed to bounce on him, I guess. Oh, how the fuck did I miss that? Like, I jumped like 5 times around there and I somehow missed that one block. And I was like, okay, I need to bounce off him then. And then I fucking find it. Only I could do something like that. I got a mushroom. I don't think that really does anything then, since I've got a higher power up. Oh fuck, it overwrites it. Oh well. Yeah, in any other Mario game, if you pick up a lower power up, it doesn't overwrite the one you've got. Oh, there we go. Easy. You know the phrase "easy come, easy go." Well, in this one, it was "easy go, easy come." What's the bell for? It's for basically getting that bonus level where you get a power up and shit. Otherwise, it just takes you back to the map screen. So this is a mechanic that's been like used in future, well, not Mario Land games, but the Wario Land series, like the Owls, from Wario Land 2 onwards. And this bell is a checkpoint, the one you see halfway. So yeah, I would say for a Game Boy game this still holds up quite well. Like, considering the limitations of the Game Boy, I'd say they did a pretty good job with making this game run on this. I still think the Wario Land series is much more inventive compared to the Mario Land series. I would love to see another Wario Land game on the Switch at some point. Like, see if they made another Wario Land game and it was on the Switch, and it was like the art style of the Wii game. Shake Dimension or something like that, I can't remember what it was called. Also, that boss introduction music was super fucking loud. Oh, there you go. It was really that fucking easy. Right, so if you're wondering what the 6 golden coins are, it's these things. You need to collect all 6 of them to open that door. Which, apparently it is labelled Mario Land 2. Right, 1 down, 5 to go. This area looks pretty nice actually. Like the color palettes look pretty good. Like nice and vibrant. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Fire Filter. I think the way that the rabbit ears function in this game make it a little bit too easy to cheese. It's kind of like the cape, but not as broken, but still quite broken. So I'm gonna have a little bit of restraint when I get the rabbit ears. So I don't know if this level leads anywhere. This isn't part of one of the 6 main zones, it was just on the overworld map. Right, there's no bonus there. Nope, it's just an extra level that's just put there for no discernible reason. Actually, before we go there, I'm going to show you where that door is that you just saw like a minute ago. It's up this way. And it's a castle guarded by a certain shadowy figure of which you might or not know, or maybe know. I mean, there's a big hint there with the W on the castle, but yeah. So yeah, we won't be able to get in there until we get all 6 coins, so let's continue pursuing those. I'm gonna go into the house now, the house that makes you tiny. The chat froze. Oh, it didn't? Right, okay. Macro zone. This melody's pretty good. This is one of those Mario games where every song is like the same song but like done in different ways. Kinda like Mario World. Oh, is that a one-way pipe? How the fuck does that work? Oh fuck, that's a one-hit kill. I didn't even mean to fall in there, I was just thinking, oh that's fine, I'll just like damage boost through that. It probably wasn't even worth it, it was probably just like a fire flower. A big W, it must be an evil wombat. Can't even see what that power-up was because I was small. Ah, fuck. Spiky ant. Oh, there we go. Ah. I know which one is my favourite zone of the game, so I think I might save that one for the end. I recall it being a pretty short zone as well, but it's fun to play through. In fact, I remember 2 zones that I really enjoy, so I guess I'll save both of them for last. Like last and the second last. Well, I think I'm almost at the end of this stage. Fuck. I keep forgetting that those ants can do that. I see we got a death counter. Well, not officially. Someone's keeping track of it, I guess. Oh, right, fire everywhere. Yeah, they could have maybe changed them to blue so that people could think, oh, right, fireball on ice. Nice. Space Zone, yeah, that's my favourite one. Second favourite would be Pumpkin Zone, Halloween Zone, one of those two. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's Pumpkin Zone. But you might as well call it a Halloween Zone, because it's like pumpkins and witches and bats and stuff, and ghosts. Boo Haunted House Zone. We'll call it that. Chair might be a little bit squeaky, I haven't put any of that spray stuff on it lately. Again, I can get that 3 up quite easily. I must have like 15 lives by this point. 25 lives? Oh, it was 10 off. Pumpkin Hill. So tonight I'm not going to be streaming any of the games that I was like continuing, I just wanted to do something a bit different tonight. Since it's still kind of the Christmas period, even though like it's post-Christmas now, I wanted to do something a little bit like different, I guess. And this seems like a good game to play. Especially now that somebody's actually colorized it and it looks really good. Certainly beats looking at this with 4 shades of grey. Or 4 shades of green, depending on your perspective. think when you get like 5 you get a 1-up. Yeah, it's 5. Nice. You got a Resetti amiibo, that's cool. On Christmas Eve I noticed that a local store was like selling a bunch of amiibos at half price and they had like a villager amiibo, so I picked that up for myself. I don't have that many Animal Crossing amiibos, I've only got like... I can't remember which ones they are, it's like one's from a 3-pack, Tom Nook, and I've got Villager. I think KK Slider's in the 3-pack, I can't remember the other two. The blue and pink characters. Oh nice, got a flyer for her. Nice. Yeah, if you hear my chair squeaking a little bit, I apologise, there's not much I can do about that right now. I think you can pick up the shell in this game. Yeah, you can. Although the shell's put above your head in this game. I think it's due to programming limitations that they can't, like, put it in front of you. I think those are meant to be conveyor belts. Check. Yep, those are conveyor belts, even though they don't look like belts. It looks like placeholder graphics, like, okay, this is supposed to be where the conveyor belt moves to the left or the right. But somebody who was working on the graphics didn't realise those were placeholders and they just left them there. I don't know what that was, a bag with them. Oh, don't hit each other. How many green shells do you think it would take to crash the game? Ah. Yeah, there's no more than 4 there. Yeah, never mind. Oh, actually, yeah. Not that I'm on any shortage of lives, but I might as well do this. There we go. I would love to play all the Wario Land games again, but I think I did a marathon of that like about a year ago. A year and a half ago, I think. I don't remember. But yeah, the Wario Land series is, without a doubt, one of my absolute favourite platforming series. Like even, maybe even more so than the mainline Mario series, like the 2D Marios. Just because it's very inventive and creative compared to Mario. Like Mario, not saying that Mario's not creative, it's just that after so many games, Nintendo just doesn't really know what to do with it and it starts to stagnate after a while. But the Wario Land series has been consistently good throughout all the versions of the games that have came out. Even the Virtual Boy one is really good. I don't own a Virtual Boy, but I have played the Virtual Boy game using an emulator. It's quite good. Ah, fuck. The only Wario game that I can think of that sucks, like Wario platformer, is Master of Disguise. And I'm just thankful that it's called Master of Disguise and not like Wario Land 6. Like, don't tarnish the Wario Land name by putting on that game. I don't know if that power-up stays there or if it despawns. I'm trying to get up here so I can find out. Oh, well, Rip Koopa. Oh, right, I thought it was like a... I thought I had to go up here and then jump down there to get it. Don't know how you get that carrot. Fuck. That time I was trying to grab like a carrot or a fire flower. Master of Disguise graphically looks pretty good, it's just the gameplay that I don't like. So I got bored of that real quick. It was basically draw these shapes to do these things. And a witch was trying to steal a 1-up. I actually don't remember that. Yeah, I would say avoid that game and play all the other Wario Land games instead. All the Wario Land games and all the WarioWare games are really solid. A lot of people don't like the Wii one for some reason. I think this is money. Let's see, 524. Yeah, that gives you like 50 coins. Yeah, a lot of people don't seem to like the Wii Wario... Wario Land. I was about to say Wario World there. But I thought that was a pretty good game as well. It's a little bit different, but it's still quite enjoyable. I actually played Wario World on GameCube for the first time about a year and a half ago, and I really enjoyed that. I actually wouldn't mind revisiting that at some point. I don't know why it took me so long to get around to Wario World. That was just one of those games that, like, sort of fell through the cracks, as it were. Avoid buying Master of Disguise? Yeah, just avoid it. People don't like Shake It. I guess it's one of those divisive games where some people don't like it and other people do. But I actually really enjoy that one. I don't know why the fuck the boss prelude music is like super fucking loud compared to the rest of the game. Anyone else notice that? Wario World was made by Treasure, yeah. There we go. So now that we're past the Christmas period, it's only a matter of time before we see the next Nintendo Direct, because most people are speculating it's in January, which is probably going to be the case. And a lot of people are also speculating it's going to be a really big Nintendo Direct with like a lot of announcements, which again makes sense because outside of a few key games, we don't know a lot about the stuff coming out for the Switch early next year, so they're probably going to like give us a lot of like left field announcements for stuff coming up that we don't know about. Actually, I'm not going to do Pumpkin Zone yet, but that's one of the zones. Let's do Mario Zone actually. It's a me Mario Zone. Why couldn't they make the rat grey? I don't know. Maybe it was supposed to be like a brown rat. Oh fuck, I tried to do the duck jump, I forgot. Now we're inside. It looks like the fucking inside of the clock tower from Castlevania, doesn't it? With the cogs. Actually, wasn't Super Mario Land 2 the game that had like... I think it had like a graphic asset that was like taken from a Kirby game? Like the Gordos, I think the Gordos appear in one of the water levels. Like, I don't think it's meant to be Gordos per se, but it almost looks exactly the same as the Gordo sprite from Kirby's Dream Land. I'm not sure where that level is. but I remember it being like in the water in one of the levels, so we'll probably see that very soon. Oh fuck, I didn't realise that was a... I didn't realise that was a bell there until it was too late. No comment. No comment on the positioning of that level. Oh, look what's everywhere. Like, we've got fucking balls. We've got pig shooting balls. Right, that's okay then. Yeah, forget the fact that Nintendo didn't... Forget the fact that Nintendo overlooked Kirby's Dream Land 2 having that naked woman. This is the real... This is the real travesty in Nintendo censorship. I don't know how this got past them. So yeah, if you didn't catch what just happened on the map, the level is located on Mario's crotch, more or less, like between the legs, and the level itself is just balls. Like, balls for days. Like, look at the background, look at this fucking guy with a ball. Got spiky balls. Like, everything's a ball in this level. Mario's a lot of things, but subtlety isn't one of them. Ah, fuck. I didn't quite press the button there to do the glides. There we go. Oh, nice. So yeah, check that out again, look at this part. Now we're on the tongue. I think that Lego level is actually in this world. It might be the next one. If only I had Cappy in this game, then I could fucking throw out that bullet bill and just like cheese this whole area. Not that I couldn't cheese with the rabbit ears, but it would be more fun. That'd be a cool idea for a Mario ROM hack. Ah. Thought I could cheese that. I almost did. Well, that was stupid. Death 4, I guess. I mean, somebody's keeping track of it, so I'm guessing it's 4. I think this is what the mushroom is. Oh, it's 5 deaths, right, okay. I thought it was 4. Just goes to show that I'm not great at counting, I guess. Yeah, at least I've got a lot of lives. I'm not worried about that at all. Yeah. Yeah, I remember when getting extra lives in Mario games were really difficult. Like in the first game, it would be quite a task to get at least 10 extra lives. But I think from like Super Mario World onward, it was just like... It became really easy to get 1-ups, especially since they added like 3-ups in that game. I need Fire Flower. Now those look like conveyor belts, why did the other ones not like animate like that? Little toy soldiers, I guess that's loosely related to Christmas, sure. I didn't actually know there was an invisible block there. I wanted to see if I could jump up there. That's the first time I've actually realised that there was a way around that. So, there you go. Ah. If you're wondering what that thing was that I skipped past, it was just a claw arm that like grabs onto Mario. After this one, I'm going to show you that slot machine thing, which I've not actually checked yet. Ah, here it is. This is the Lego level. So yeah, technically those are not Lego blocks, even though they look very similar to them. They're meant to be like Nintendo brand blocks from the 60s, I think. But the main difference is, instead of saying Lego on the little pieces on the top, it says NB, I think. Which I'm not sure what it stands for. Nintendo blocks, possibly. And there was like this whole, I think it was meant to be like this whole, yeah, there it is, N and B. I think there was this whole like legal trial about like Lego suing Nintendo, and then Nintendo won the court case because they put the NB thing on the little nudges on the top, which made it legally distinct from Lego, which had the word Lego on those little notches. I don't know what you call those little pieces there. So yeah, that's an interesting little bit of Nintendo trivia. But we just call it Lego because it looks the same, it functions the same, it's just Lego. Also, this is the last level of this zone, so be prepared for that boss theme prelude, which is obnoxiously loud for some reason. I don't know if that's an emulation glitch or if that's actually how it's supposed to sound. Answers on a postcard. Fucking buzzsaws. You can't. I don't think you can do the spin jump bounce on the buzzsaws in this game. Unlike Mario World. Yeah, here comes the boss. The three little pigs, yeah. Ah. There we go. I would have been a little bit annoyed if I died there. Yeah, they're quite easy bosses, but I still fucking got hit twice, somehow. A lot of the boss fights in this game are actually fairly simple. Oh yeah, looks like a giant Koopa. Nom. I think this is where the water levels are. Yeah, the turtle zone. I could be thinking of something else entirely, but I think Mario Land 2 is the one that has like that Gordo sprite in one of the levels. So I guess we'll find out very soon. Ah, shit. I like that they've even coloured the green Cheep as well, like the ones with the little... Well, instead of making them all red, they made some of them red and some of them green. Like the ones with the... Fuck, what do you call it? The things you put on your eyes, like the goggles? Swimming goggles? Or the green ones, which is a nice little touch. Staying underwater, for the most part. Is that a shark with boxing gloves? Ah! There you go, Death 6, I guess. Maybe there's a power-up up here that I missed. So after I'm done with this game, I'm going to do Corruptions, and I might actually try Corruptions of Mario Land 2, because I don't think I've done that before, so we might get some interesting results, possibly. But can't quite reach that. No. Yeah, so staying on top is definitely easier. If you can stay above the water. Do you use Vine Sauce for your corruptions or something different? I use the tool that he uses nowadays, which is real-time corruptor, since that gets like more immediate results. See, the problem with the old Vine Sauce ROM corruptor is you have to like corrupt the ROM and then like load it up. And sometimes when you corrupt... Oh, there it is. Yeah, they did take the Gordo sprite from Kirby's Dream Land and put it in this. Yeah, the problem with like using the Vine Sauce ROM corruptor, the old program, was if you corrupted the ROM and then you had to load it up, sometimes it wouldn't get past the intro screen or the boot up. Whereas with the real-time corruptor, you can like play a little bit of the game, get into it, and then you can start corrupting, and then you can see the results in that moment. Fuck. Hate it when that happens, when it just cock blocks you with invisible blocks like that. So yeah, I don't know if they're meant to be, if they're canonically meant to be Gordos or if they're like different enemies, but it's more or less the exact same sprite. Maybe they're supposed to be like sea urchins, I don't know. Didn't think that would drop that fast. I was hoping to grab that fire flower there, assuming it didn't despawn. I think power-ups don't despawn in this game, but enemies do. Nice. Yeah, why don't we compare that actually to the original sprite? Let's see if I can find it real quick. Gordo sprites. Hang on a minute. I tried to go to Google Images and went to fucking Yahoo search results for some reason. I think Firefox reset the search option thing. Like the search default. Right, there we go. Right, Gordo sprite. Let's have a quick look. Trying to see if I can find the original 8-bit sprite. I'm finding like the 16-bit version. In fact, wait a minute, here we go. Actually, no, that's not it. Bear with me just a moment till I find it. Kirby's Dream Land Gordo. Maybe that will give me the result. I'm just finding like the concept art and like 3D renders and stuff, but I don't find like the original sprite for some reason. Still looking. Actually, I know where I could. Hang on a second, I know where I could go. I know I'm putting the game on hold for a second, so I apologise for that. I know that's kind of like disrupting the flow of the stream, but I just want to like put them side by side so I can like sort of... just so I can say, yeah, they are the same. Now let's see, Spriter's Resource is a good place. Kirby's Dreamland. But yeah, if you don't know, Spriter's Resource is a great place for like sprite sheets and like graphics from old games. So yeah, Google Images is not really helping here, so I'm just going to check that instead. Let's see, Kirby's Dream Land. Enemies. Let me just check to see. Yeah, there's Gordo. Right, so let me quickly save this picture and drag it into OBS, and then I can show you guys. Right, so there's a sprite sheet of all the Kirby enemies. I do believe Gordo is up there somewhere. Let me just resize that. It's not there, it's this one. Oh, hang on. I clicked off that by accident, so I need to click back on it. Yeah, there you go. Like, the spikes are a little bit different in shape. I think that may be like the alternative frame for it, because I think it like sort of goes back and forth, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's more or less identical. So there you go. In this game though, the spikes don't like move back and forth, they just like sort of stay static, but other than that it's the same. Oh, let me just bring the chat back up real quick so that I can see what you guys are saying. Right, there we go. Yeah, they're quite similar. Like the base of the sprite, like the circle in the middle with the eyes, I think that's pixel for pixel the same. Spikes are a little bit different. I'm not going to go that way this time. Ah. So yeah, you know how I said that would be a cool idea for a ROM hack if somebody could put Cappy in a Mario game? Someone already did that with Mario 64. In fact, I streamed that a while back. I think like shortly after E3 when they first like revealed the Cappy like mechanic. And then somebody like quickly put together a Mario 64 hack where you could throw like Mario's hat around and possess all the Mario 64 enemies. That was kinda cool. Some more money, because you know what they say, we've got to have more money. We've got to have money. I wish I was better at doing impressions. This game doesn't do that thing where you can hold up or down to change your, like, speed of ascent in the water. Nice. There we go. Nice. I was trying to get that one as well. Still trying to get the timing down for the carrot, but I know how to get the fire flower. Like the prizes that come out of the conveyor always come out in the same order, so if you know how to time it, you can get the same thing over and over. So now we're inside a whale. Having a whale of a time in here. Boss will be incoming shortly. That'll make how many gold coins? 4? think that'll be the fourth one, because then we've got Pumpkin Zone and Space Zone. So I'll be doing Pumpkin next. Dry bones fish. Or what's the dry bones thing called? Like the fish version of it? Dry fish? Fish bones? Dry fish bones? Dry bone fish. Oh fuck, that's... ah, fuck. I didn't realise that was like a wall there. Oh, god damn it. Fuck. I only got fucked up there because some of those things up in the sky there are actual physical walls. Like the ones with the white outlines are like physical things that you can bump into. That's what kind of threw me off. Oh, come on. I can do better than that. Yep. It's just one of those moments where I'm just not doing the best I could do. To be the very best. Ah! I tried spamming the A button now. Didn't really work. Oh, by the way, oh, come on, hitbox! Yeah, watch that fucking unofficial death counter go up. Unofficial, official? Because I'm not counting, but somebody is. Right, I've got the feeling that this will be the one. So, by the way, early next year, I'm going to be resuming the Metal Gear Solid and Kingdom Hearts games. I'm finally going to go back to those. I really should be fucking doing that, by the way, like just running through there. Every time I get punished for it, and I keep thinking it's not going to happen. So much for that being the one. I know when I keep saying things it sounds like I'm making excuses, I just got like stuck between those two. Yeah, let's get rid of him for a start. So this is easily the place where I'm dying the most so far in this like game. If you think I'm dying a lot now, wait till we get to Wario's castle, because it's gonna be fun. There we go. That time I learned not to run all the way. Just stop and then jump. Nice. Almost at the boss now, and I've got a fire flower. Nice. Yep, that's much easier. Finally got through that. That halfway point though, when you've got no power-ups, is a bit rough. Because I got to the boss no problem, because I had like full power-up, and then after I died I had to go back to the midway point with nothing. Right, I'll show you that slot machine thing now, it's in here I think? Yeah. I'll show you the 50 coin one. The more coins you put into it, the bigger the prizes that you can get from it. Ah, fuck. Right, I'm gonna have to do that again then, because I don't want a mushroom. There we go. Hi, Inks. I'm gonna wait till I get to 999 coins and then we'll go in there and then check that one out. Right, let's go to Pumpkin Zone. So yeah, this is basically Boo Haunted House, the level. And I think that Goomba was... I think that's a Goomba. It behaves like it. It's got a fucking Jason mask with a knife sticking out of its head. Yeah. It's weird seeing that in like a Mario game of all things. Like maybe they were able to get away with that because it was like 4 black and white colours. So while you could see what it was, you couldn't really see all the detail of it. Like in this one, they've even put like some extra red pixels on the knife that's sticking in there. It's a nice touch. Yep, this is Halloween. I didn't actually get around to watching The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is a movie I usually watch this time of year. Maybe I'll stick that on once I'm done streaming. So yeah, there's also Boo's here, big surprise, but I think there's also like actual ghosts that can pop up. I'm not sure where. Yeah, we're having Halloween on Christmas. Do you know what's a really good Christmas movie actually? And it's something that's like tied into all of the major annual holidays, but it's something that I mainly watch around Christmas time. I think it's called... fuck, what's it called? Rise of the Guardians, I think it's called. And it's a movie about that movie's like interpretation of Jack Frost. And he works with Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and the Sandman to try stop... to basically try stop nightmares taking over the world. It's actually quite good. That's a movie I usually watch around this time of year. I don't think I've got that on DVD or Blu-ray though. I should probably try to get a copy of that. Fuck. I was trying to get the carrot. I like that movie's interpretation of Santa Claus. He's like this big strapping Russian dude. He's like a really beefy guy who loves like technology and ammunition and stuff. He's kind of like fucking that version of Heavy from Team Fortress 2. Fuck. What is it with umbrellas and eyeballs in Japanese games? Is that like Japanese mythology or something? Because that's something I see in a lot of games. Like, Kirby games do that as well. Like, some enemies have like umbrellas with eyes. At least the mushroom didn't despawn. Oh, are those meant to be yokai? Right, okay then. Yeah, I guess it does have sort of a yokai sort of theme to it. which makes sense, being a game made by a Japanese developer. Oh, you can press up to cancel that, that's cool. Yeah, the thing about Super Mario World spin jump is once you start spinning, you can't really stop until you hit solid ground. So that's kinda cool in this game, there's the ability to like actually stop that. Ah. Let's see if I can grab that. There we go. Again, trying to restrain myself from using that too much. Although in this case I think I'm supposed to use that to get up there. There we go. Or I was supposed to bounce on the parasols, whatever. Firefly? Oh no, wait, mushroom. Fuck. Always seem to fucking get the mushroom when I have a power up greater than that. Oh yeah, this song only appears in this level, by the way. Ghost Goomba. There's also one song in Space Zone that only appears in Space Zone. There we go. Funny how the pipes look exactly the same, but only one of them work. Oh, right, okay, so it's a different pipe that takes you back out. This is a remix of a bonus room music in Mario Land. Yeah, it actually is, now that you mention it. Now that you say that, I remember hearing this in that game. I've got a hunch that there's something up there. Didn't jump high enough there, I'm gonna go for a bigger run up. There we go. Yep, I think there's a secret up here. Secret exit. Yeah, I think this game only has like a couple secret exits, but they don't really do anything that different. They just give you like alternative levels you can play. So here's one of them. It ultimately doesn't really matter if you find these secret areas, because they don't really lead anywhere. It's just extra levels. Apparently the Pumpkin Zone has another secret exit because I saw like a different level next to it. Wait, are those Galoombas? Or are they not? Alright, regular Goombas. Yeah, that was easy. That was quick. Yeah, you just go back into the level once you're done with that. Right, since I've done most of this level, I'm going to cheese it a little bit, just so that I don't have to like do this whole thing again. There's even an arrow there telling you that there's something above you. That's kinda cool. Right, time for the last stage of this zone. What is that? Fucking a fish without a fucking head on it? Right, you can jump on that. So I think the boss of this one is meant to be a witch. Which doesn't really surprise anyone, I don't think. I mean, it's on the fucking map, so... I've probably mentioned this before, but if you ever want a good controller on PC that's got a good D-pad for 2D games, the Xbox One controller is fantastic for that. Because I always like a good D-pad for like games and stuff. The Xbox 360 D-pad is like god-awful, but the Xbox One D-pad is the exact opposite. It's actually really, really good. In fact, it's better than the Switch Pro controller's D-pad. It's got a very good tactile feel to it, and it's great for games like this. There goes that. Of course. It'd be one of these things, wouldn't it? I wonder if those power-ups are even still there. Oh, they actually are. Cool. So yeah, power-ups do power-ups do not despawn whatsoever. Gotta watch out for those spikes up there as well. I don't think fireballs work on the witch. Yeah, I like the witch's 8-bit laugh in this game. I always like when 8-bit video games use like the sound chip to sort of simulate a laughing sort of sound. Some games do it pretty well. Hang on, need to mute my phone. I don't know if you heard that rumbling there. Forgot to do that before the stream started. Right, so we've got 5 out of 6 worlds done, now we've got 1 more to do. Let's go to space. Space! I'm almost at 999 coins as well, so we'll be at 999 after this. So how do you get to space? By bubble, of course. Fucking bubbles. Oh, there's the Gordos there as well. Fuck. I don't know if it's you hold the jump button or you hold up to like go up in bubbles. I should play Portal and Portal 2 sometime, like those games are fun. I've never played them on stream before. Portal 2 in particular, because that's quite a lengthy game. Not lengthy in a bad way, just like a substantial kind of lengthy. Because Portal 1 you can finish inside like 2 hours. Whereas Portal 2 has more of a story behind it. I'm gonna go back and... yeah, I'm gonna go back and get that bubble. I think that my life would be a lot easier. Right, you mash the jump button, you don't hold it. Oh wait, you can hold it, right, okay. Yeah, you can just cheese this by fucking holding the button. I don't think the level designers put any enemies at the very top of the screen. There we go. Let's see if I can get a fire flower out of this bonus. Oh fuck, it's the other bonus. Got a 1-up. The one time I didn't want a 1-up. Like, anything else would have been better than that. So yeah, welcome to Space Zone. Or I suppose you could call it Super Mario Galaxy 0.5. Yeah, I think Super Mario Galaxy 1 was like my absolute favourite 3D platformer Mario. But now Super Mario Odyssey has pretty much usurped that with flying colours. Like, Super Mario Odyssey is an amazing game. I'll be getting back to that soon. I've taken a little bit of a break from it since I like finished like the really hard level, like the... I can't remember what it was called, it was like the hardest level in the game. So I took a little break from that game to do other stuff, but I'm going to be getting back to that to get all the moons. Or at least try to get all the moons. Seriously, this isn't called Sonic, why are they called zones now? Yeah, I think only this game used the term zones. At least in this game, when they give you like a title of a zone, it's a very straightforward and easy to understand zone name, like Pumpkin Zone, Space Zone. Whereas in Sonic you get some really weird and obtuse ones, like fucking Titanic Monarch Zone from Sonic Mania. It's like, what the fuck even is a Titanic Monarch? Now, let's see. I need to find the mushroom. Nope. So yeah, in this game, in this level, it's like infinite. Well, not infinite, sorry, it's like low gravity jump. I think the next level, those infinite jumps. I like that they like gave you an original sprite just for this one level as well, that's cool. Is this secretly Somari too? Could be. Yeah, I know what Somari is. That Sonic Mario hack thing. Yeah, this area is quite short actually, it's only got like 2 levels. So yeah, this one you can fly or pretty much glide for an unlimited amount of time. And the level's pretty much designed around that. Also, I love this song. I'm going to try to avoid collecting the coins just so you can hear this, because it really is that good. Yeah, this might very well be the best song in the game. I don't know if I missed the checkpoint or not. Is that grounder? Oh, it is, right, okay. I wasn't sure if that was ground or if that was like a death pit. Yeah, I'm not sure if I've missed that checkpoint, because I've been like sticking to the top half or the bottom half for the most part. Not necessarily scanning both top and bottom. Ah, that is cool. Oh yeah, here comes the tricky part. I remember this. I think the boss comes immediately after this segment, so we're not that far from it. And the boss is Tatanga from Super Mario Land 1. Shit! Yeah, I hate those homing shots. No, I've got no fucking power-ups, I need to get a fire flower. Nope, I guess the mushroom's all you get for this. Nice. Get wrecked. It's kind of like Super Mario World, in which you can, like, abuse the fact that you can hit the bosses over and over once they get out of their stun phase. Right, now we've got all 6 golden coins, so the door has opened, so we can now get into the castle. But before we go in there, let's go hit the slots real quick. So let's see what you do if you do the 999. I see 20 up, I see 50 up, I see 99 up. I think I see like 50 coins among there, but it's mostly extra lives. Let's see 99 up. Yes! There we go, I can't possibly fucking lose now. I was hoping to get the 99 just so I could max out the lives counter. Like, we went from fucking 45 to 99. What a perfect way to end it. Right, now for Wario's Castle. I remember this being a bitch to play through. Right? I remember dying so many times playing through this as a kid. So I expect to die at least a few times here. You can't do the duck jump in this game, but you can do a duck slide at the very least, so that's good. Didn't look before I leapt. Even the castle looks pretty good, like, for the colorization. It's mostly grey, but then again it's a castle, so it's supposed to be grey. And this whole area I don't think has any checkpoints, if I recall, which is another reason why it's quite difficult. I think you get a checkpoint before the boss, but that's not for a while. Until then it's just like one long gauntlet. No giant flaming waffles, not in this game. I thought I was going to die at that part there, to be honest. Ah! Oh, I see what's going on. There's a trap. There's like a trigger there to make that start. Nice. Ah, fuck. That looks like a person. Like that cracked skull there. And now I've got no power-ups, I need to find one. Well, I've got that at least. At least the game is nice enough to give you a mushroom at the start. So yeah, during the Christmas period, I don't normally care for like material stuff and whatnot. Like usually, I like getting money instead. And I got money from a couple of relatives, but I got like a couple of other cool wee things. But the really cool thing that I got from one of my relatives was a miniature drone. Oh fuck! I thought I could barely dodge that. So there's like a miniature drone, which is like, you know what a drone is? It's like those little things that you like pilot in the air and stuff. So this is like a little miniature version of those, and it's got like a mesh thing that sort of creates like a wireframe sphere around it. And the purpose of that is to basically create shielding in case it like crashes. So instead of like crashing on the ground, it'll like bounce off the ground, which is a really neat idea. Like for if you're a beginner with drones, because I've never piloted a drone before. So I went out today and I bought the batteries for the remote because the remote doesn't come with batteries. Yeah, I knew I was going to die there. That part's kind of a bitch. By the time I came back, it was too dark to go outside and actually use it because there's a park not that far from the apartment that I could probably use it at. So I just used it indoors because it can be used indoors also. Takes a little bit getting used to, but I kinda like it. It's a nice little gadget to mess around with. It's called an X6.0 ball mini drone, or miniature drone. If anyone wants to look that up. Keep thinking I could like barely scrape past that if I duck at the corner there, but I don't think you can. So I'm just gonna have to jump it. Ah. Is there like a hidden block around here? Nope. I was thinking maybe there'd be like a hidden mushroom just before the next part. You still need to beat this place legit. You've save stated each room. It really is that fucking hard then. Because I haven't played this in years. I mean, this part alone, like that part's not too bad. It's this part here where you need to land there and then fucking duck and then jump. Which I almost fucked up doing, but that... Ah, fuck. I forgot about the switch. I'm running for it. That was a complete mess up on my part. That should be death number 18, I think. I wonder if I'm going to die more times on this level than I did in that fucking whale level. There we go. Ah! I keep forgetting about that as well. I just run and jump thinking just go on, you're fine. And then that happens. So, can anyone check how long I've been streaming for so that I can keep an eye on the stream time? So I'm assuming I'm still inside of 2 hours. Getting a little nervous there. Do you have the skeleton suit? Yeah, I got the skeleton suit a while back. I basically grinded for coins inside the festival until I got 9999 coins and then bought that. 2 hours? Right, that sounds about right then. Not accounting for the fact that the start of the stream was about 5 to 10 minutes of like pre-stream music, so this more or less takes about 2 hours to complete on a casual playthrough. Nice. Right, I've got to remember about the triggers. Right, there we go. That's actually really easy if you remember that. I think this is the part I died at, so this is the furthest area. I'd just like to reiterate that the platforming physics in this game, while not sloppy or not as tight as Mario 3 or Worlds, again I think it's a limitation of the Game Boy that it doesn't handle as well. It handles well enough, mind you. But I think the very slight looseness is what caused me to die the last time I did that skeleton part. I thought those platforms were going to drop, instead they actually go upwards. Ah! See, moments like that, where you think you have the momentum and then it makes you do like the short jump, where you don't get as much distance for some reason. Sometimes stuff like that just happens and there's nothing you can do about it. And once again, no checkpoints, at least not until we get to Wario, I don't think. So that was death number 19, let's see if we can stop. Let's see if we can prevent the 20th death then. Right, here comes the Wario fists. Ah! Usually I'm quite good at like sort of manoeuvring around single tile platforms, but the physics... The slight physics difference makes it that little bit harder than it actually is. Or makes it a little bit harder than you would think it is. See, this part with the single tile is not so bad because there's no rush. Whereas in that one you've only got like a second to like get to the next platform. So you need to quickly sort of move on. Fuck. Wario was fisting Mario. Yeah. It's like the obvious joke, isn't it? Let's keep it at 20. Yeah, a little bit too late for that. Let's keep it below 30 then. Ah! I pressed jump slightly too late. I knew that was coming, that's why I kind of panicked there, but I sort of pressed jump at the last frame. Or rather, I pressed jump a frame after I ran off the edge. You know how you do something over and over and you get really good at it, and then you do it so often that you start to get worse at it for a while? I think I'm in that getting worse period, because I'm like dying in the early rooms now. Fuck! I'm making all sorts of mistakes now, see what I mean? Right. This time I'll get all the way back to that part that I died, I think. Just gotta believe. There's a lot of things to look forward to for the Switch next year, even though we don't know a lot of the games that are coming out for the Switch. I think we've got plenty of good things to look forward to. Like, we've got that Kirby game, that Yoshi game. Capcom are pretty much pledging big support for the Switch now with Mega Man 11, Mega Man X Collection, Legacy Collections 1 and 2, the Street Fighter Collection, lots of good things from Capcom. I would also like it if they would bring Okami HD to the Switch. I don't know if that's still going to happen or not. Because I kind of want to get Okami HD, but I'm holding off on buying it on Steam in the hopes that they would bring it to the Switch. So I'm going to wait and see if they end up announcing that. I'm not in a rush to play Okami anytime soon, because I would want to do it on the stream, but I don't want to do it this soon. There we go. Kirby Star Allies looks really good. Oh, fuck. Right, here we go. Time for this part again. You get less than a fucking second on those. About half a second. Ah! That part always messes me up. So we're up to what, 24 now? That Yoshi game that's coming out for the Switch, I'm not really as hyped for that one, because when they showed it at E3 it looked like it was still... It kind of looked like it was still very rough around the edges. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised that doesn't come out till 2019, to be honest. It might end up becoming might end up being like the Yoshi's Woolly World, where when they first announced it, it took like at least, I don't know, like 4 years before it finally came out. Probably because like the version that they first announced was like very early in development or was not quite up to their quality standards. So I don't expect... Like if it does come out next year, then I guess that's good, another good game for the Switch, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's not a 2018 game. If anything, it's probably going to be 2019 at the very earliest. I wasn't really sold on the demo they shown at E3 this year during the Treehouse Live. Like, it didn't look all that amazing. Like, if you want a really good console Yoshi game, play Yoshi's Woolly World instead. Hell, even get it on the 3DS if you don't have a Wii U, just get that version. Oh, that's not a fireball. Spitting piranha. Star Allies, on the other hand, looks more or less almost the final version of the game. Like, it looks very polished, looking at the trailer for it. I'm not sure if the friend mechanic is going to be also finally got past that. Not sure if the friend mechanic's going to be as engaging as the robot mechanic from Robobot. But it'll probably still be enjoyable nonetheless, like the Kirby games are always a good time. Of the modern Kirby games, I've never actually finished Triple Deluxe, so maybe I'll revisit that one. Oh, you're supposed to jump on it. Fucking Wario pancake flashlight head. I think I'm almost at the end of this. I think Wario comes up shortly after this part. Three now? Nope, 2 again. Nice. Yeah, this is probably the pipe that leads to Wario. No checkpoint, by the way. I thought there was a checkpoint right before him, but there's not even one there. So I better not die here. Also, Wario looks really fucking goofy in this game. I think this was before they, like, refined his design a bit, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna use that instead. Right, phase 2, Carrot Wario. Oh, that's bullshit. Like, in mid-air, you can't fucking move. Oh, I didn't know I could actually land on that. Yeah, you know how you don't get, like, stun-locked if you're jumping in mid-air during a stomp? Well, in this game, it fucking stun-locks you in mid-air anyway. It just takes all control away. Oh, that's bullshit. Not even a fire flower. Speaking of... There we go. And now he becomes a baby Wario. Of course, he has to get the last laugh and fucking throw his shoe at you and stick his tongue out like a fucking baby. I mean, he is a baby now, so... And with that, that's the end of the game. We've taken over the castle and now it turns back to the castle it was before he took over. It's just missing one thing. There we go. Castle has been reobtained. Thank you, Mario, your quest is over. So that was Super Mario Land 2, I hope you enjoyed that. I actually quite like that, I think the game still holds up rather nicely. Also the credits music is pretty good. Total deaths 24. I guess that's not bad, considering I've not played this in a number of years. Since when did Mario own a castle anyway? Since this game, I guess? Then Mario gave his castle to Peach as a birthday gift. Yeah, it could end up being that castle. I like that the archway on the front of the castle's got like a Mario hat on it. That's kinda funny. Just a lonely Goomba. Koopa, sorry, not Goomba. There's those sea cow things that we saw at one point. Gunpei Yokoi, I think that's the guy who invented the Game Boy, or like came up with the Game Boy idea. I think he's like responsible for a lot of inventions at Nintendo, including the Virtual Boy of all things. But yeah, I think Gunpei Yokoi was the guy behind the Game Boy, basically. He made the WonderSwan too. That I didn't actually know. Guess you learned something new. Mario Land 2 Nintendo. I like how Mario Land 2 can't even fit in there, so they just took out the spaces. So even though Wario lost his castle, he's still quite happy. Like, look at him now, just grinning away like a fucking idiot.